जब से तेरा ये से सांस तेरे मैं फिर मेरे नाम से Mexico, she's a line.
Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then. So a clash of nations with so much pride on the line. It's out for a goal kick. Lee Kang-in, seen as a player who can do little wrong at the moment. Much undoubtedly expected of him.
Well, I really like the work he's been putting in out on the flanks too, often making himself a good outlet, giving teams a different option at times, and he makes very threatening runs. Will he be able to get behind the lines? That'll be key for him, and I think he'll pull it off.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's having a pop! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Son Heung-min really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And no, he's seen through all of that. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Son Heung-min engages and forces him off the ball. And he's forced to go back. And it's Son Heung-min. And he's there to clear it.
Mexico genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack. Variation, unpredictability, that's always key to success.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Applies the finish! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Now the delivery. And here's the chance to counter. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min.
Son Heung-min clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
He's picked his way through. And smartly reclaimed. Shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
That has ended up in no man's land. Opts for safety. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, well played, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that is well cleared. And it's half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
South Korea are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Nice looking ball. Now it's Hwang Hee-chan. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended though. It looked destined for a goal.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Showing great feet there. He shifted it to the flank. That's a shade optimistic.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
South Korea clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Looking for a runner. It's a threatening ball. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Now that looks a decent ball. He's in plenty of space here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Lee Kang-in providing an outlet on that flank. That's a throw. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Oh, such a clever touch. South Korea with the corner, they're first. Lee Kang-in with the short one. No way through, so back it comes. Great chance! That was quite a hit. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. That's a lovely, neat pass. Space for him to turn and look. Hangs one in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Looking for the run. That's a nicely shaped ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left be...
Oh, shooting chance! Has a look and plays it forward. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Tries a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Cambio en México. Número 10.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Número 21. Número 18.
South Korea perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Here comes the cross.
That's good defensive concentration.
Tries one from range. Oh, it rattles the bar. Oh, nice touch. He's on it. He's had a shot. But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he's cut it out. Pass somewhat off target. Takes aim and crosses. Kim Min-jae attempts a clearance.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Shot, surely! He lifts the roof! Has he won it? He just might have won it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
South Korea are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
South Korea now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserved this, but has the opposition enough spirit left in them now to maybe find a way back?
Spread out to the left.
There they go, hunting again.
And he's very much the player living the here and now. Big chance! And it's in! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. That was a given, it always was.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Cambio en México. Número 9.
And we're done. South Korea have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Lookman.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders. And it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
It's a really well-measured ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Yamal, showing good feet. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Decent chance! And he can thump it away. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, some astute defending there. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Lookman. So it is still 0-0. Xavi Alonso.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Dani Olmo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And it's Camavinga. Goes for a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Simeone. He's shifting through the gears here. Simeone is in a really good position out wide. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Alexander-Arnold. Now that looks a decent ball. Koke. That's a good ball out wide. And he's gone backward here. And the finish! Oh, a very decent attempt. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Xavi Alonso. And he's forced to go back. It's Camavinga. Camavinga stood his ground strongly. Hazard looking to receive it in space. That's really well cleared. Longley. Baina. Over to the right flank. And Simeone. And this is Griezmann. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Camavinga did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Lookman! And that has left him in a heap. Spread out to the left. It's a sweeping cross. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Looking for a runner. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Griezmann. He's found a way through. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Llorente! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's chosen to go back. Hansko. Lookman picks it up out wide. Lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Xabi Alonso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Azar. And for the first half, that is that. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And so the action is resumed.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Now it's Azar. Looking for the run. Azar. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Simeone. Edmilson. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Simeone. Koke. Spread it left. Lookman. Ball's gone out of play. Edmilson. And it's Edmilson. Xavi Alonso looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
And it's Olmo. Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Llorente. Simeone. And Baina. And he's gone searching cross-field. Can he get it through? Well, played right into his path. Lewandowski is flagged offside. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Simeone. Llorente. Now it's Simeone. Lovely feet. Now it's Llorente. Well, they've got plenty back. They can deal with that. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Oh, it's come loose! And it's Llorente. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Longley. Hansko. Belaid. And he's there to retrieve it. And it's Koke. Spread to the right. That is lovely. Pings in across. Shot a goal! And that's a tidy finish. And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
Coming on to replace him is
So it's Alonso! Oh, screamer! A finish of true class! And that was his 20th goal for this team.
the goal scorer for Arsenal after 74 minutes is number 18, Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso.
So we have movement on both benches.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Arsenal are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. It's not an especially... Oh, what a mistake! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now then, the ball's come loose. He won't be happy with that one.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, good spread.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Gets a good foot in there. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
He is through here. Gonzalez.
That's good play from him.
And it's Biner. Incoming delivery.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 7.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Simeone coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents.
Llorente. Ah, he's fizzed it forward.
Added minutes has been
Oh, the
indicated.
defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's put paid to the danger. Koke. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Belaid has the space to scheme. Now it's Alvarez. Gonzalez. Played back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
In by your... Oh, good effort! And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Xavi Alonso claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
There's Lamine.
Tries a shot! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Arsenal break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Azar. And it's Ed Nielsen. Now Housen. Laporte. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Ed Nielsen. Hazard. And it's Camavinga. For Xavi Alonso. Alexander-Arnold. Driving forward. Arsenal leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Has a look and plays it forward. Hazard. Now that looks a decent ball. Mbappe!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ed Nielsen. Oh, good effort! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Arsenal currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. Yamal makes a move down the right. Gomez. Zaragoza are very well equipped down the flanks. It is a tried and tested formula.
Well, Peter, that can cause real problems if they're allowed to run riot in those positions, whether through direct running or from deliveries towards the box. It can work.
Tony Moya. Now it's Yamal, tries to play it through. And the shot! And there's a goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Yamal in acres of space out wide. Oh, played through for the wide man. He has found the way through. Hazard, great chance!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tony Moya, and he goes cross-field. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Olmo. Knocks it into space. Shapes to shoot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.